Have you ever felt uncertain or even confused when it comes to your partner's preferences in intimate relationships? Today, we are diving deep into a topic that many couples struggle with, but often find too delicate to openly discuss in this episode of Wise Old Age. We'll explore the emotional, psychological, and physical aspects of why your wife may not want to engage in certain intimate acts, such as anal sex, and how understanding her feelings can strengthen your relationship. Watch until the end to learn practical steps for enhancing your intimacy and communication while maintaining respect for personal boundaries. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started, dear listeners. Welcome to another deeply insightful episode of Wise Old Age. Today, we will delve into a topic that often stirs emotions, prompts deep reflection, and can sometimes be a source of concern in intimate relationships. It's a topic that many might shy away from discussing openly, yet it carries profound implications for the bond between partners. Today we are addressing a sensitive and intimate situation that may arise in any marriage. What does it mean when your wife doesn't want to engage in anal sex? Before we dive into this, let me emphasize how important it is to approach this delicate subject with the utmost respect and care as someone who has dedicated years of experience as a sexologist. I understand the depth of emotions involved in such matters. This discussion is rooted in well-established psychological and medical insights, providing thoughtful guidance for those navigating the complexities of intimacy, particularly for those of us over 50 who have witnessed the evolving dynamics of long-term relationships. Sex, as we know, is far more than just a physical act. It is a reflection of emotional intimacy, trust, and mutual respect. Over the years, the landscape of sexual desires and needs within a relationship can shift dramatically. These changes can manifest in various ways, and one common scenario is a wife expressing reluctance or disinterest in engaging in certain practices such as anal sex. For many, this may provoke feelings of confusion, disappointment, or even rejection. But let's take a step back and explore what it truly means when your wife is hesitant or refuses to engage in anal sex. It's essential to recognize that sexual preferences are deeply personal, and there is no right or wrong desire. For many women, anal sex may simply not align with their comfort level or personal inclinations. In fact, studies from leading sexual health institutions reveal that between 60% and 70% of women express little to no interest in this practice. This does not signify a lack of love, attraction, or emotional connection with their partner. Instead, it often stems from a myriad of factors: psychological, emotional, cultural, or even physical. For instance, some women may associate anal sex with discomfort or pain, while others may have personal or cultural beliefs that shape their attitudes toward it. Emotional factors, such as feeling vulnerable or anxious, can also play a significant role, and sometimes, as couples age, physical changes, including shifts in libido or concerns about bodily discomfort, can influence their preferences in the bedroom. It's crucial for husbands to understand that their wife's reluctance is not a rejection of them as a person, nor is it a sign that the relationship is faltering. Rather, it's an invitation for deeper understanding, empathy, and communication. True intimacy is built on trust, mutual respect, and the willingness to honor each other's boundaries. When a wife expresses discomfort with a particular sexual practice, it opens the door for meaningful dialogue about how both partners can continue to nurture their connection in ways that feel fulfilling for both. Remember the foundation of any loving relationship is built on emotional safety and understanding. By addressing such sensitive topics with compassion and patience, you strengthen the emotional bond that lies at the heart of your marriage. Respecting your partner's boundaries is not only a sign of maturity, but also an act of love that can deepen the emotional intimacy you share in this episode. I hope to guide you through this topic with the care it deserves, offering insights that not only help you understand the situation, but also encourage deeper, more compassionate conversations with your partner. One of the first and most important aspects to consider when discussing this sensitive topic is the profound influence of psychological and emotional factors. For many women, the mere thought of engaging in anal sex can evoke feeling of discomfort, anxiety, or even fear. These reactions are often rooted in past experiences, sometimes tracing back to childhood or earlier relationships. A woman who has had a negative or traumatic experience related to this practice may develop a deeply ingrained aversion, making it difficult for her to embrace the idea of participating in anal sex. It's essential to recognize that our minds and bodies are intricately connected. Emotional or psychological discomfort can trigger a physical rejection response, which can feel insurmountable for the individual. Moreover, we cannot overlook the weight of societal and cultural stigmas that surround anal sex in many cultures and communities. This form of intimacy is still viewed as taboo, shameful, or morally questionable. Women who have grown up in environments where anal sex is demonized may carry feelings of guilt or embarrassment, believing that it goes against their personal or moral values. These deeply held beliefs must be acknowledged and respected, as pressuring or insisting that a partner engage in something that makes them uncomfortable can lead to feelings of being undervalued, disrespected, or even coerced, damaging the trust and emotional bond within the relationship. Another critical psychological factor to consider is the perception of vulnerability. For many women, anal sex can feel like a violation of their personal boundaries, an intrusion into a deeply private part of themselves. This perceived vulnerability can stir feelings of resistance or reluctance, making it hard for them to participate willingly. It's in moments like these that the importance of open, sincere, and compassionate communication becomes paramount. Both partners need to feel safe, heard, and respected in their desires and boundaries. It's essential for couples to engage in discussions that foster understanding, ensuring that no one feels pressured into crossing their comfort zone. From a physical perspective, it's vital to recognize that anal sex is anatomically different from vaginal intercourse, and without proper care, it can lead to discomfort, pain, or even injury. The delicate tissues of the anus are not as naturally elastic as the vagina, taking a risk of pain or injury higher if the practice is not approached with caution and respect for the partner's physical boundaries. Some women may suffer from medical conditions such as hemorrhoids, anal fissures, or pelvic floor dysfunction, which can make anal sex particularly painful or uncomfortable. These physical barriers further contribute to a woman's reluctance and must be acknowledged with empathy and care. Another crucial factor to bear in mind is the lack of natural lubrication in the anal area. Unlike the vagina, which naturally produces lubrication during sexual arousal, the anus does not self-lubricate. This absence of lubrication can lead to friction, discomfort, or even pain if not addressed properly. Therefore, any couple considering this practice must prioritize the use of adequate lubricant and take time to ensure both partners are fully prepared, both physically and emotionally, for the experience. In summary, it is critical to understand that your wife's reluctance to engage in anal sex likely stems from a complex combination of psychological, emotional, cultural, and physical factors. This is not a rejection of you, but rather an expression of her personal boundaries shaped by experiences, beliefs, and comfort levels. Respecting these boundaries and engaging in compassionate, patient dialogue can strengthen your emotional connection and bring about deeper understanding in your relationship. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. It is crucial to deeply understand that cultural and religious values can profoundly shape a woman's decision regarding anal sex in many cultures and religious traditions. This practice is viewed not only as taboo, but sometimes even as a grievous sin. Women who have been raised within such belief systems often experience an overwhelming sense of guilt, shame, or even fear at the mere thought of engaging in anal sex. These emotions can weigh heavily on their hearts, casting shadows over their emotional well-being and creating a strain in the relationship. The inner turmoil that arises from feeling torn between societal teachings and personal desires can create a profound sense of inner conflict and emotional distress in this delicate context. The importance of respecting your partner's beliefs cannot be overstated. Attempting to pressure or convince her to do something that direct conflicts with her core values and convictions can inflict deep emotional wounds, causing irreparable damage to the relationship and the fragile trust you've carefully built over time. Such actions may leave scars of resentment, and betrayal, eroding the foundation of love and mutual respect. Patience, empathy, and understanding must serve as guiding lights. Especially when navigating such sensitive territory, it is entirely natural for partners to have differing desires and needs in a relationship. However, the true essence of intimacy lies in striking a balance, a delicate harmony that honors and respects each person's beliefs, boundaries, and emotional well-being. Open, honest communication is not just recommended, it is absolutely essential when addressing deeply personal and potentially painful subjects like this. Without it, misunderstandings and hurt can fester, pushing partners further apart. If your wife expresses her discomfort or refusal to engage in this practice, it's paramount to approach the conversation with tenderness, respect, and a willingness to listen. Seek to understand her reasons fully, and more importantly, listen without judgment or frustration. Validate her feelings and reassure her that her comfort and emotional security are your priority. These heartfelt discussions can serve as an opportunity for both of you to not only better understand each other's desires, but also strengthen your emotional and physical connection. It's about finding alternative pathways to maintain intimacy, ways that bring fulfillment and closeness to both partners without compromising personal values or boundaries. This conversation must never feel like a confrontation, as that can breed defensiveness and disconnect. Instead, it should be viewed as a golden opportunity to deepen your bond a moment, to enhance your relationship through mutual understanding and support. Focus on the aspects of your sexual life that bring both of you joy and satisfaction. Explore new avenues of intimacy that align with your shared comfort zones. Sometimes the mere act of opening up about your deepest thoughts, fears, and desires can release long-held tension and invite newfound possibilities into your relationship. In doing so, you can foster a deeper sense of trust, love, and emotional fulfillment that strengthens your partnership in ways you may not have imagined. Over the years, I have come to realize that every relationship is as unique as the individuals within it, and what brings fulfillment to one couple may not work for another. Love, intimacy, and connection are not rigid formulas to follow. They are intricate bonds, nurtured day by day with a foundation of respect, empathy, and an abundance of patience. These qualities serve as the building blocks that allow love to evolve and endure, even in the face of differences and challenges. If your wife is uncomfortable with or unwilling to engage in sex, it is essential to understand that this does not signal any flaw or deficiency in your relationship. Instead, it may reflect a simple difference in personal preferences or perhaps deeper emotional or physical factors that need attention and care in a healthy partnership. Differences in desire are natural, and what matters most is the ability to talk openly and honestly about each other's feelings, needs, and boundaries, rather than fixating on what is not possible. Embrace the opportunity to explore what brings you both pleasure together. You can discover new ways to strengthen your intimacy and deepen the emotional connection that forms the heart of your relationship in long-term relationships. Sexual satisfaction is not always about doing everything one or both partners desire. It is about finding that delicate balance, a harmony in which both partners feel secure, loved, and respected. Sexual intimacy evolves over time, and maintaining the spark in later years depends more on mutual understanding than on any specific act. It is through constant communication and deep respect for one another's boundaries that the flame of passion continues to burn brightly. If you find that this topic creates ongoing tension or discomfort in your relationship, there is no shame in seeking guidance from a professional, such as a sex therapist or couples counselor. Sometimes an unbiased external perspective can open doors to conversations that have been difficult to approach, offering new insights and solutions you may not have considered. Professional help can be a powerful tool in resolving misunderstandings, healing emotional wounds, and fostering a renewed sense of intimacy. Every couple faces unique dynamics and challenges, and the most important thing is that both partners feel valued, understood, and supported in their relationship. If your wife chooses not to engage in anal sex, the highest priority is to respect her decision and collaborate to ensure your sexual life remains fulfilling for both of you. Respect is the cornerstone of love, and when two people work together to find joy in each other's company, whether through physical touch or emotional closeness, their bond grows even stronger with open communication and genuine respect. You can overcome any obstacle that arises. These are the moments where love shows its true strength. Together you can continue building a relationship rooted in love, mutual understanding, and compassion, no matter the challenges or differences you face. I sincerely thank you for sharing in this conversation, and I hope these reflections have provided some guidance and comfort. May you continue exploring these deeply personal topics with an open mind, a compassionate heart, and a desire to nurture the love that binds you together. Thank you for staying with us through this thoughtful and sensitive conversation. What have you learned so far? We'd love to hear from you. Share one thing you've learned today that you plan to bring into practice in your relationship in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful discussions. See you in the next episode.